Thank you so much for taking a minute out of your crazy busy day to watch this video. I'm Matthew, the Car Count Fixer, and I thought it would be a good idea to jump on a video and give you a few ideas and things that will hopefully help you in dealing with this, in fact, worldwide situation that we're involved in, with people sort of not doing what we expect them to do. So all you have to do right now is buckle up, because we're going to get started. Hey, I'm Matthew, the Car Count Fixer. Thank you so much for taking a minute out of your day to watch this video. I want to talk to you about some of the things that I'm working with my private clients on doing in order to help you through these difficult times. If you're an auto repair shop owner and you want to grow your car count, income, and profits, go ahead and smash that subscriber button, ring the bell icon, and you'll be on your way. So I don't think I have to remind you that things are a little bit weird out there. And of course, this depends on what part of the country you're in. If you haven't seen it yet, well, it's coming. And I know in our market here, things are getting clamped down and, moving around is a little different. So I wanted to start with 3 or 4 things that we could do collectively to help this situation out. Now, look, first of all, I'm not the guy that's going to tell you to, think and grow rich or, think positive and stuff like that. But with all of the research I have done and people that I have followed and mentors, let's face it, mindset plays a whole lot in what, your success and what you're doing in your shop. If you're going to sit around and watch all of the fake news and all the stuff in your Facebook feed and occupy yourself that way, well, that's what you're going to get. You're just going to get more of the same old stuff. But what about taking things a little differently? I said this in an earlier video. One of my past mentors, Mr. Jim Rohn, said, you cannot change the direction of the winds, but you can change the settings of your sails. And we'll talk a little more about that in a minute. The other thing the one quote that I use often, and this is not just talking to shop owners or on YouTube videos, I mention this a lot. Mr. Henry Ford said it best. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. And really think about that. If you, and I don't care whether you're doing this, on some personal endeavor or whether, it's something to do with sporting or anything like that, if you don't think you can get there, you probably won't get there. But if you think you can get there, it becomes a much more powerful thing. One thing that I want to drive home is that, especially in these difficult times, if you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. So let's just adopt that mindset that I think I can, and let's get into it. Number 2, you've got some time here. I'm hearing this from shop owners all over the place. And, cars aren't coming in. So let's look at a couple of things. Now, I've said this before, and I'm just going to, I don't mean to, jam this on you, but let's just be square. Can we be square? Can we be honest with each other? I've said this in countless videos. The most important asset you have is your customer list. Now, that means that you've got contact information, and this is the time to call on your customers. They're the people that know, trust, and like you. They've been at your repair shop, and they've left their hard-earned money with you in the past. Now, I understand that the times, we're living in unprecedented times right now. I get that. But let's face it, we've got a list of customers that know who we are, know the services we provide. They know that you fix the car properly the first time and that you deliver on time. So those are the people that you want to contact. So now that we've got our mindset straight and we think we can, number 2 is get that contact list out. And there's several different things that you can do with that list. But before you do that, go on to number 3 right now. Let's look at a couple of things that we need to prepare in order to actually start getting customers to come in the door. Now, just weeks ago, I updated the Auto Repair Shop Marketer's best download, how to create kick butt offers. Now, this download is available. It's totally free. And I walk you through the entire strategy. Now, I'm just going to go back in time a little bit when that was initially released, and a lot of shop owners had great success with it. It was what I called a one-page cheat sheet. This time, I've taken it into 5 separate steps to show you the basics of this, and it's in fact the complete blueprint of how to generate kick butt offers. Now, if you haven't downloaded that, I'll leave links below to my kick butt offers, and go ahead and do that. So now that you've got your mindset right, that you know you can do things, you've got your customer list, now it's time to generate that kick butt offer that's going to get them in the door. Now understand this, I'm not a big guy on discounting. I'm big on structuring kick butt offers. I know guys are going to tell you that, yeah, you should, don't worry, just go ahead and discount it, like get it in the door. But at the end of the day, if you're losing money, well, you know what, maybe you should just go home. But these kick butt offers are all put together to cover several different things. Now, I've talked about these 7 ugly sins, and I'm not going to go through it, but 7 ugly sins that your customers all have. Number 1 is they lead busy lives. And don't tell me today isn't any different, because it's not that they've got busy work lives. They may be situated where they're worried about family or extended family, whether it be parents, grandparents, and so forth and so on. They're occupied, and that leads to number 2, it's not their job to remember you. So the kick butt offer is a way to present something to your customers who already know, trust, and like you, with a way to get them in your shop. So if you go ahead and download that kick butt offer blueprint, you're quickly going to understand that this revolves around setting up your oil change, and not at a discounted price. So I can almost see the eyes rolling now is, yeah, it's an oil change, big deal. I get it. But, of the 7 ugly truths about your customer, number 3 is that's the only service they know they need. Yes, they may need brakes, and wheel bearings, and alignments, and exhaust. I get all that. They may need that. But the only thing anyone ever buys is what they want or what they need. And from the first time they owned a vehicle, they know they need to keep the oil changed. So that's one thing. And the reason why the entire strategy of kick butt offers is to get your customer in on a basic oil change. And I am not trying to be down on you or anything. And I trust that you're a good tech. I trust you've got the tools, you've got the scanners, you've got the equipment that you need to fix my car. And what about all the other certifications that you've got and the education and courses that you've got on to fix my car? I get it. You've got it all. Here's one thing you still can't do. You can't fix the car as it's driving by your door. And now that leads to the next part that I want to talk to you about. So we've gone through this, and we've talked about your mindset, we've talked about your customer list, we've talked about creating a kick butt offer and why it's important. But let's take this one step further, because we're in some unprecedented times. This just happened. I released this video just a day or 2 ago where one of my car count hackers took a simple approach of changing the settings of his sales because of the changing winds. Like I said, you can't adjust the winds, but you can adjust the settings of your sales. So George at Extra Mile Auto ran a simple ad that was texted to their customers with, "We'll pick your car up and deliver it for free." Now, that may sound a little bit, big deal, right? Well, let me tell you this. In a text exchange just earlier today, which is effectively a day or two after this went out, George told me the only vehicles in his shop were the ones that he picked up. So, was it crazy? Well, maybe, but it's putting car count in George's shop, while if you're watching this video, you probably don't have the car count that George has. So that's where you have to take a little bit of a separate, a different direction in what you're doing. It's not about just having the mindset and, having your customer list and having a kick-butt offer, but take a turn the other way and provide a service that your customers aren't thinking about right now. They may understand that they need that service done, but if they're not coming into your shop, you're still there. You got crickets, and that's about it. So adding a free pickup and delivery, and if you go, I'll link that video up here. George put some specifics on his offer, that it had to be in certain townships or counties or however, but he knows his capabilities and how far he is from his customers, and he put those restrictions, but he got car count out of it. So that's the fourth thing that you have to look at. Creating a kick-butt offer, but making it irresistible. Like, why not? Why wouldn't I get my car serviced if you're going to come pick it up and deliver it back to me at no charge? But not to pat myself on the back, a lot of what I said in this video, I've talked about in previous videos, and there's all kinds of successes that I've heard about, and I'll link those videos either down below or on the end screen of this. But understand this. At the beginning of 2020, I released this video here that was really the strategies that we were focusing on for marketing in 2020. And now, marketing doesn't seem to be such a bad word when you're looking at crickets in the shop. You've got to get the car count in. And that video talked about the 3 strategies that you have to focus on. And that is getting attention, retention, and authority. So I'll link that video up here or on the end screen or down below. But that video, even if you've seen it already, will be a great way for you to get up to speed on other things that you could be doing. So look, there's nothing for sale here. I only want to give you some things to think about moving forward, because these times are, nobody has the specific time frame if it's going to be a week or a month or 3 months or whatever. So you've got an opportunity now to sharpen your skills. It'd be a great time to do it. In the meantime, I'm Matthew, the Car Count Fixer. I'm going to leave some links below for things that you can do to get in touch with me if you have specific questions. And before you leave, hit me up on text. All you have to do to get started is text the word FIXER to 716-402-5998. I share some different things from time to time, but you're going to watch and see what's working now in auto repair shop marketing. For now, I'm Matthew, the Car Count Fixer. I can't wait to see you in the next video. Take care. Talk real soon.